deposed Emir of Kano, Muhammad Sanusi II, has spoken for the masses again. As usual, he criticized the fact that the money to be shared among our legislators that are less than 500 in number can be used in saving the whole nation at this critical period we found ourselves. Our legislators behave more like they come from another planet. They don't consider the masses at all. They care only about themselves and their immediate families. During or before the election period, they spend a lot trying to lure youth to elect them and conquer their dreams. They suck out that money from the youth when elected and never listen to problems of their people. They represent themselves and their families only in the National Assembly. The 100 billion naira to be shared among these wicked politicians can be used to rescue about 40 million Nigerians with registered bank accounts in the country. People will be starved during this stay-at-home period, and it may lead to death by hunger of many people for this measure to be taken effectively. Kano has missed a leader with insight of the situation Nigerians are finding themselves. Those celebrating this moment will get to understand that Muhammad Sanusi is an intellectual with a heart of gold. He speaks for the masses against the suckers of this country. Of course, that is what every Nigerian knows. But it's unfortunate that the ones that have been oppressed, that are being suppressed, they will be the ones making excuses for these people. Of course, people are going to be coming out for this man. If you say the truth there, people don't want to even listen to the truth that you're saying. They want to go personal with you. They want to start looking for your faults. Whether you think of anything you think of, like I always advise people, take the message. And people also know that take the message and leave the messenger. Let us talk about the happening now. The next you are going to be hearing, oh, when he was a CBN governor, what did he do? When he was this and that, oh, he did this and this. Oh, he's trying to do this. Let us leave all of those things. That is why we cannot move forward. If we continue to be chasing shadows instead of chasing the real thing, we will not make it. It is not by swear. Let us focus on what he has said. Is it not true? Is it not what you and I know? Then who is going to save us from this predicament of this less than 2% of the population are the ones, like I always say, money meant for example, say 100 people, only 2 people will be sharing it. Then how do you expect the rest 98 to cope? No, they are going to be suffering. The suffering will continue to go on and on. But the unfortunate thing is that those who are living in that abject poverty, they don't even see it as anything. That is just the way it is. We don't want to go into what Sanusi has done in the past, or what he did this, or whatever. But we are talking of the situation now. Nigerians are crying. All of them are crying. You are telling us to sit at home. A lot of people have donated money. Even the federal government, according to what they have said, they have donated money, or they specified money for this particular project, and they have the money in the central bank. But the question is that corruption will still set in. They will now be forming committee upon committee. What is there? I think this is the best time for us to get ourselves together, because I know the fear of most people is that how are they going to share this money? How do you know who and who to give? Of course, people have been suggesting BVN or suggesting bank accounts. But if you look at it, of course, it's a good thing, and that is the right direction to follow. But the issue is that the most vulnerable are based on what the speech of the president yesterday, that those most vulnerables, they will be taken care of. But how do you now know most vulnerables? Because a lot of people are inside this country, they are not even documented. We don't even know who is who. How do you know most vulnerables? Believe you me, go and check. I mean, most vulnerables, they don't have bank accounts, and before you know it, everything will not just be in order, unless they are going to bring up, put on the thinking cap to know how this thing, all this whole thing will go, how they are going to go about it, so that some people will not be getting double ration, double portion. If not, everything will just go in disarray. Some people tell you, oh, I did not get. Some people say, I got 3 portions, I got double portion, and what have you, because we don't have system in place. Like now, how long will it take us to do the right thing? How long will it take us to be there? Some people will tell you, oh, those countries, they've started this and this and this and that. It's just like your father went through a lot of it went through hell, a lot of struggles in life. You now expect that your father to want to make you to go through that suffering. You wouldn't want, even as a child, you wouldn't want. You must have learned lessons from your father. You wouldn't want to go through that route so that you will not suffer. But no, that is not our case. They will be telling you, oh, this so country, they went through a whole lot of hell. But meanwhile, at this point in time, we talk about some people are smiling to the banks, just exactly the way Sanusi has described them. They are smiling to the banks. So what do we have to say to that one? Why some people are living in plenty, some people are living in penury. So what do you say to that? Why can't we take the lessons learned from those countries who went through the same thing, so that we will not go through the same thing, we will not go through this suffering? Money meant for millions of people, less than 500 people, they are the ones sharing it. You can imagine, in the midst of all these things, they are distributing the 2020 model car that they are going to be using for who? Of course, for themselves. They care about themselves and their families. The painful aspect of it is that majority of the people will still be making excuses for them. They will be making excuses for them. And that is why we cannot even move forward. As someone says, please look before you leap. Another person says, answers to all those asking Lamido Sanusi on what he did to Nigerians as CBN governor are as follows. Of course, like I told you, yes, that is their language. Now talk about what this man said. No, they won't say it. And the person is asking those questions, saying he introduced BVN, which make it more impossible for those that used to loot our country accounts. 2. During his reign as CBN governor, no much banks charges anyhow from the banks. With all the educated people in Nigeria, no one has ever brought this achievement. BVN is very good. It is only through the use of BVN that Nigeria government uh, that will be able to track down all those that have various accounts. And that's what the person has said. Let us talk about, because people will now say, yes, he did this. And the person has explained, okay, these are the things he did. If we want to take it further, the question is that let us talk about why 500 people, or less than 2% of the population, will be getting all the juicy dividends of this country. Why can't we talk about that? Why can't we talk about their salaries and all of those things that they separated for themselves? Nigerians will never learn. Like people always say, that if this kind of situation presents itself to us in 2023 to choose again, let me tell you, they will choose worse person again. Somebody that is worse, they will still choose, and they will be making excuses. Well, let them continue. Someone say bird of the same feather is referring to Sanusi, that is part of all those people as well. Someone say thanks for letting the whole masses know that Sanusi should think before he talks. I don't like pretenders. What about him? They are all the same. Okay, they are all the same. Say, then what do we have to do to change the narratives? Yes, agreed. I agree with all of those people who are condemning him. Then what are we going to do for us to be able to be out of this place? Nothing. Nothing. When you were CBN governor, you did not jettison your salary and bogus allowances to any charity. You made sure you collected and spent everything on yourself and family. The official donation you made were for the North only, where you officially donated the sum of 100 million naira to Kano State at the expense of other states. Now you run to Lagos State to cover when Kano is not conducive. That's what somebody says here. Is a man of free and impactful steps, not cosmetic measures. Maybe I'm wrong, but I would like you to mention some of the impacts he made that cut across the country, apart from being telling the North the bitter truth to change the way they think and live. Someone say go for test, Mr. X Emir, because your friend is now positive. Oh, of course, he has come out negative. What about you when you were once a central bank governor? What did you do for our country and the poor masses? And I believe you are not just waking up from sleep now. Good morning. Like I told you, you see these people, okay now, Sanusi it's a wrong person. Everything you can attribute to him, good and fine. That is what he is. But the question is that you now, you know the truth now. What are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? That is, in fact, how do you expect this country to move forward with this kind of people with this kind of mindset? Now we know that Sanusi is part of them. Sanusi is part of them. Then what do we do? So we'll continue with that, so that all of them will be reaping the masses of. I told you, they will never provide solution. They will attack the messenger. They will attack the messenger. So guys, let us hear your opinion, because this is really it's so pathetic. It's so pathetic. Leave your comments below and let's have your take.